So West Ham United 2, Bottle Job FC 2. Different year, same story. And yes, we are still 4 points clear before everyone starts crying in the comment section. Technically, it is still in our hands. But to go 2-0 up at Anfield and not win, to go 2-0 up at West Ham, who got battered 5-1 the other day by Newcastle, got battered 4-0 by Brighton, been battered by everyone all season, and not win again when we're in single-digit games from now to the end of the season, and we've got the big blue shark chasing us. Can't afford to do that. Shocking, shocking, shocking. Nobody comes off of that pitch with their head held high today for me, Matt. What did you make of that?
Gunner man, I hope that Top Gunners have made their reservations for the Heartbreak Hotel, because we are headed right there for a nice long stay. The performance today, the first 20 minutes was out of this world. It was world class. It was exactly what the doctor prescribed. And after that, they lost the prescription, stopped taking their medicine, and it just went right back to the same problems and symptoms that we've had to deal with. Lee, the inexperience, I'm going to say this, and it's going to upset some people. The transfer window in January, inexperience of Arteta in critical situations, lack of leadership on the pitch is a recipe for disaster. All three showed up today. There are going to be people that's going to say, oh, no, the players were tired and all excuses. Lee, we were not prepared mentally. We are not prepared mentally. This is the same exact thing that happened last week, happens again this week. That is a symptom of a problem. That means that either one, the manager is not making adjustments. Two, players don't care. Three, nobody has any idea of what to do. It's one of those three. And we don't have enough time to sit here and try to figure it out. The substitutions today were absolutely criminal. I am not the biggest Eddie Nketiah fan. You all know that. But for him to come on with only 4 minutes left in the game was absolutely scandalous. Absolutely scandalous to put that young man in that situation. Absolutely criminal that you take off Jesus, who is the goal scorer. It's absolutely scandalous. You have not told the team that, hey, whoever scores the first goal takes the first penalty kick. I'm sorry. Bottom line. End of. No discussion. Well, I don't care anything about who Saka is. Had a stinker. He should have been off the game. He should have been out of there. What is it that we have this celebratory parade when Aubameyang gets taken off? He gets set down. But then we can't, there's no way we can sit down Saka, who's out of form. He is out of form because he is mentally out. He is checked out. This is what I was telling you all months ago. The boy needs a break. He's been playing for almost 2 calendar years, just straight. Now you're seeing the wheels fall off the vehicle. I used the analogy earlier today. The Kia has no soul. It is time for this man to sit down at least a game. He should not even be playing the game when we play Southampton on Friday. Put Trossard there. Put Reece Nelson there. Put somebody else there. Let him sit down. He needs to sit down. I looked in his eyes today, and for the first time in a long time, Lee, I saw a player. I saw an empty man. I saw an empty man. That is dangerous when you're trying to challenge for a title, because that player is going to put himself in a situation to where he inadvertently puts himself into a situation where he could become the villain because he's not there. The manager has to see that, Lee. I look at Arteta second half. He's standing there with his hands in his pockets. He's just feeling around. He's looking for the check from last night's dinner. He's doing everything but what he needs to do out there on the pitch. When they scored the first goal, I would have had to get a red card because I would have been in my goalkeeper's face. I would have been on everybody's face raising Cain about, do y'all want to win this title or do you not? They'd have been saying, Odom's going up to the bench to sit down because they just kicked him out of the game. You have to be that way when you're in a title run. The manager has to lose his mind, Lee. He has to lose it. This is why I would have preferred to, if we were going to get Arteta, I would prefer to get him out of the championship. Because when you're in the championship from 1st to 10th, you have got to be on it all week. Every game, you got to be on it. He would have learned what it was like to have to go through and battle Lee and fight. And every game counts down there. But when you reward somebody with inexperience, and you put them in a situation and you say, hey, you win the title. He doesn't know what to do, Lee. He does not know what to do. And we've seen it this week, and we saw it last week. And I don't want to hear any more of this stuff from top fans talking about the process and all that. The process has arrived because we're challenging for a title. The title is right there. You're looking at it. You've got Southampton. You got Manchester City. You better find a way to get 6 points. Find a way to get 6 points.
Do you actually think they will get 6 points? Because let's be real here, yeah? Southampton, the bottom of the table, and they're crap, hence why they're bottom. But this is a team that took a draw off of us at their ground. And if that game had gone for another 5 minutes, they would have won it. Yeah, because we were backs against the wall and we were waiting for the full-time whistle to get us out of there. And somebody put in my chat earlier, West Ham away, Southampton away, Everton away. 3 teams that are right down the bottom. We've taken 2 points off of them.
Lee,
why?
Lee, I have no going into. To be honest with you, I don't know what we're gonna do. I really thought we were gonna win the game. I text you. You saw it. I text you today.
You said 3-1.
Yeah, I've been talking. Yeah, we've been talking. You saw it. I text you earlier. Yeah, I am full. Oh yeah, we got this, man. There's no problem. We should win this. And then we go out there today and look what we get. The problem, the thing going forward now, Lee. This is the thing going forward. Is the people know what they need to do. There's no more excuses. There's no 8 point pattern. There's no points on the board. We've been joking about that all year. There's none of that stuff.
Yeah.
What I need for Arteta to do is he needs to sit down this week. He needs to allot himself 4 hours. He needs to pick up the phone and he needs to call some experienced managers and figure out how to get out of this mess. That's what he needs to do. It's ridiculous that this man, we are 4 years into this thing, and he still does not know the strength of each and every one of his players. It is an indictment, Lee, that this manager does not know the strength and weaknesses of each of his players.
He doesn't even know the strength and weaknesses of himself. Like, let's be real here, yeah? Martin Odegaard dropped a stinker today. How did he stay on until like 85th minute or whatever? Yeah? But then he's looking at his bench and he's looking at Fabio and he's thinking, well, I don't really trust you. So what I'll do is I'll take off Tierney, who I don't like anyway, and bring on Fabio. Then I'll take off Odegaard. Like, it's subs, bro. It's sub. And this is why I said heads need to roll last week, right, if we don't win it. Because we were 8 points clear without City a game in hand. They had no games in hand in January. We were 8 clear, right? That window's going to come back to bite us. But at the same time, we're 2-0 up at West Ham. You don't win the game. You're 2-0 up at Anfield. You don't win the game. Bro, Pep Guardiola, I want to know this stat, bro. Real talk. Pep Guardiola, I guarantee, has never, ever bottled two goal leads back-to-back and not won the games in his entire management career. We've done it twice in a week. And what has he done all week, by the way? Yeah, to rectify what happened up at Anfield. What's he done? Because Man City in that time, by the way, have gone and slapped up Bayern Munich. West Ham, who we played today, went away to Ghent in Belgium, and got a draw. Yeah, and they actually looked half tidy. I watched the first half. I didn't watch the second half. Watched the first half. They looked decent, and I was thinking, well, they're going all that for Europa League. But then Declan Rice today, maybe this is why Arteta wants him. Yeah, because that guy dominated us in midfield. Him and Quetta in midfield absolutely steamrolled us. After that first 20 minutes where they were a bit blown away, they never gave up and they won that midfield battle. Yeah, and Partey shrunk. And how many times have we seen Partey drop a stinker since he's been here? It's a lot of times. I like him. I think he's a good player.
Lee,
but if he plays crap, that whole team shrivels, mate.
You went right into a perfect segue. I'm going to say this. 35 million on Vieira, 25 million on Kivior, almost 90 on Mudryk. And people are going to tell me the January transfer window and these transfer windows don't matter. When you get to this stage of the season and you do not have the tools you need to get the job done, you might as well just pack it up. You might as well just go ahead and get ready to pack it up.
It's been a good run, but ultimately we're going to shrivel and die.
Yeah. The reality,
like we did last year when we didn't sign anyone in January.
I was getting ready to go. I was getting ready to go. I was going to say the reality is that me and you sat right here last year. We sat right here and we watched it unfold. It started week by week. You started seeing the wheels come off. And it started again. I've seen this movie. I've seen this motion picture. I've seen this Oscar. I've seen this Grammy. This is Home Alone. We've seen this over 1,000 times. This is Beverly Hills Cop, the banana in the tailpipe. We have fell for it again. And Lee, I'm telling you, I'm with you 100%, brother. If it's just me and you on that boat, if we do not win this title, then heads must roll. People must be sent home. Pink slips must be handed out. It would be completely unacceptable to be all the way at the beginning of the year. We were 8 points clear. To come all the way back.
People will sit there. Sorry to cut you off. Yeah. People will sit there and say, but nobody expected us at the start of the season, right? Which is cool. But Mikel Arteta did, because he said it in his press conference, unless he's a liar, right? But he expected to be in a title race. He said it the other day, yesterday, day before. Right? Not only that, expectations change across the point of a season, right? So Aston Villa, a friend of mine's Aston Villa fan. At the start of the season, he was saying to me, yo, Conference League, Europa League, we've got to try and push for that. We've got Gerrard in, like, give him some money, blah, blah, blah. After 12 games, they got 13 points. They're sat in the bottom 3 or bottom 4. His expectations now changed to stay in the Premier League. But now Unai's come in and got him 6th. Now his expectations have changed back again to maybe we can get top 4. Yeah? Maybe we can get top 4, but it will be seen as a failure if we don't get Europe. Yeah, because of where we are now. And this is where Arsenal fans love to shoehorn themselves into, but nobody expected it, so expectations can't change all season. They change what you're watching.
Week to week,
Opinions changed based on new evidence. Yeah. Arsenal were 8 points clear. His subs have been a joke in multiple games. Edu didn't give him what he wanted. Between the two of them, they've messed it up.
They've dropped the ball. Ball. Lee, you look over there, and we'll close on this because I know you got a scoop. You know, a couple of years ago, we had a manager, Unai Emery, and as you just stated, has brought Aston Villa from the dead. I mean, they were staring down the barrel of relegation. I didn't see how they were going to get out of it, personally. And here they are where they are. You don't get there without having experience and going through some tough times. The man has drug all kind of teams. This is a man who has won trophy after trophy after trophy. He is developing at Aston Villa what we need to be developing over here. And that is one word, Lee, and that is pedigree, which we do not have right now.
Yeah, facts. And on that bombshell, we're out of it. Sub to Southern Gooner, man. Make sure you show some love. The link will be in the description. Very, very, very disappointing. And 2 losses, basically. Yeah, because every point dropped is a loss. It should be a funeral. We see Bayern Munich, Oliver Kahn giving a speech. It was like a morgue. Yeah, that's how it should be at a big club. But don't worry. Arsenal will probably tweet it out. Keep your heads up. Yeah, on to the next one. Yeah, good one. We're out of here. Laters.